Hi, I'm Dr. Druv, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a channel not on medicine, but all the other aspects needed to live our medicine lives. Today, we're going to be talking about secured debt. What is secured debt? Secured debt is a type of debt that is backed by a collateral, which is something of value that the borrower puts up as a security for the loan. If the borrower is unable to repay the loan, the lender has the right to seize the collateral as payment. So how does one go about getting secured debt? Well, we live in a world where most people, after having an asset, such as a house, a car, or gold or jewelry, essentially go to the bank and based on their credit score and the criteria as set by the bank, will receive that loan. But having said that, various financial institutions out there have also specialized in lending, which include credit unions, private lending, as well as your family and friends could provide secured loans. The cash value portion of a whole life insurance is essentially an asset that provides a secure debt when collateralized with a bank. Some of the assets available for secured debt have been listed here in your presentation. But essentially anything that has value, depending on your lender, can be put as collateral in order to get a loan. Now, why would you want a secured debt? So it's important to understand the terms of the loan. And it's important for physicians to thoroughly understand the terms of a secured loan, including the interest rate, repayment period, and any fees associated with the loan. Consider the value of the collateral. The value of the collateral should be equal to or greater than the amount of the loan. This can help reduce the risk of losing the collateral if the loan is not repaid, or if the lender requesting something called a margin loan, which is your asset has lower value than what is loaned out, and essentially that's not ideal for the lender, so they ask you to cover the difference. And also consider the purpose of the loan. It is important to know why you're taking on the loan and whether it's a necessary expense. So mortgages, for example, help us to get shelter, and it's a form of a way of building wealth in certain circles. Cars are needed in order for us to drive to work, and so it's hard for us to drive to work if we don't have a mode of transportation. Other modes of transportation, such as public transit, are sometimes not very efficient and sometimes not even available. If you happen to live in a small town or in a town that just doesn't provide public transit, then it's a bit difficult and you would need a car and essentially a car loan. It is very important to work with an expert and someone who has expertise in that particular collateral asset and providing loans for it. So for example, if you're looking for mortgages, a mortgage broker. If you're looking for a business loan expert. And because the parameters and the way risk is measured for those two assets or financial instruments would be very different. And I can assure you that you can easily get into trouble if one parameter is applied to the other parameter when simply they don't cross. The main benefit and why we are discussing this topic here today is that it's important that the asset can be sold, and essentially one could be debt-free and then eventually stress-free. So in the case of another concept called unsecured debt, which we're going to talk about in the next episode, a secured debt is a way to relieve the stress, because if anything happens, you can sell the asset, assuming the asset has value and you're able to find a seller. But essentially, once you get rid of the asset, the debt is gone and you could be stress-free. So it's important to understand the secured debt. A lot of people use the term good debt. I suppose it is a form of good debt, but a good debt can become a bad debt Oh, there's 5 minutes there. A good debt can become a bad debt if the value of the collateral is lower than the amount of loan that you got. So on that note, hopefully this helps you understand the power of a secured debt. And this is not a discussion on just debt, but a form of debt called secured or collateralized debt. A few action items. If you're interested in taking back control of your time and money and living a medicine life, check out my Physician Financial Literacy course, link in the description below. I have a mission to help 10,000 physicians fight burnout. And I want to start with you. Join my free Facebook group where I'm building a community of like-minded physicians, and you can find free resources there as well explaining all these concepts. So I thank you again for listening. I thank you for providing care to your patients, and I'll see you in the next episode.